Good afternoon. This is Professor Anderson with a little bit of feedback for your writing assignment number 1, the rough draft. And so I want to share with you, I've pulled up the assignment instructions. This can be found in week 2 where it says like assignments to submit or something like that. And these are the summary outline tasks that you are to complete for this writing assignment number 1, the set of instructions. So let's take a look at this. I have a couple of recommendations for you, and I'm happy to open up the window a little bit longer. I realize there's been some, issues out of our control, yours and mine, with respect to getting things in on time, mostly technical issues. So I'm happy to be flexible. First of all, what you need to do is to set an introduction about what your task is. Now, your task, what you have here is an introduction to this first portion of prepping your sleep area. So you need an introduction to the whole, what is it that I'm getting ready to read set of instructions. And then when I get into these instructions, my biggest overall thought here is this is such a broad topic. I wonder if perhaps something a little more targeted, like making a bed, if you want to keep within that sleep area, or something very task-oriented and specific, because there's so many variables to getting a good night's sleep. And then I'll show you some of them, how you can see these variables inside of your set of instructions. So first it says, before you begin, get comfortable bedding such as a comforter, sheets, and a nice pillow. That's very suggestive. Comfortable bedding for some is different than comfortable bedding for others. So the purpose of a set of instructions is to be very detailed and with very specific steps. So the word comfortable is so subjective. So it makes it difficult for you, by selecting this topic, it makes it difficult for you to identify with specificity the term comfortable and or how, what that means. Make sure you get the lighting right. Again, what does right lighting mean? For one person, it's one thing. For another, it's another thing. My husband and I have totally different lighting needs in the same room. So, the idea of getting it right, that again is a subjective term. And then get anything you would need in order to not get out of bed. That's a huge can of worms, for lack of a better description. There are lots of variables that go into that. What do you need to not get out of bed? The same thing here for before you get into bed. I just want to read this to you. On the one hand, you've started everything with an action verb. But take a look at the order. Go to the bathroom, clear your mind, work out, avoid caffeinated beverages, try to complete all errands, and set your alarm. If I did that in all the same order, I go to the bathroom first, then I clear my mind, then I work out, then I avoid caffeinated beverages, then I complete all my errands, and then I set my alarm. It's, on the one hand, they're very subjective tasks, because my idea of clearing my mind would be different than someone else's idea of clearing their mind, and how to do that and go about it will be very, very tricky to try to offer a set of instructions. And then also, so one, they're very subjective tasks, and then two, the order within which you have them is kind of disoriented. So what I recommend is, let's scrap this. That's my suggestion. And perhaps take one element of this, making a bed. Maybe you would be able to identify the materials you need: a fitted sheet, a flat sheet, a comforter. You would be able to give notes on each of those. You would be able to discuss which one to put on first, which one to put on second. You would be able to detail with specificity the task as you move forward. So that's my recommendation, because this is, it's very subjective, and it's difficult I can't imagine in just a set of 25 instructions defining or describing how to get a get a great sleep night. That's like volumes of textbooks, and this is just a quick paper on a set of instructions. So my suggestion to you is breathe. Now you have an understanding of, whoa, I didn't think about those things, hopefully, and go back and examine maybe a more specified task. So I hope that